from Crystal Sargent. She represents BRIEF, and in particular the Young Reporters for the Environment program. So she has a presentation to give, and I want her to give it, and then we are going to do the group summaries really quickly, and then we will be done. I'm going to aim to get us out of here at 2:45. Your buses are already waiting, but we're going to see this through, okay? Thank you. Crystal, give her a round of applause as she comes.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Crystal Darling Sargent. I am the communications officer at the Bahamas Reef Environment Educational Foundation, and I'm also the national operator for the Young Reporters for the Environment program at BRIEF as well. And today I'm going to be talking about using your voice to make a change. And I also have prizes that I'm going to give out, be handing out to students who answer questions correctly, but you have to raise your hand before you answer the question. But before we go into officially into everything, I'll tell you a little bit more about BRIEF. So BRIEF was founded by the late Sir Nicholas Nuttall in 1993 out of his concern for the declining state of the marine environment, especially coral reefs and fisheries like the Nassau grouper and the queen conch. BRIEF, our mission is to promote the conservation of the Bahamian marine environment that sustains our way of life. And we believe that an educated and aware public will call for action to protect the world around us. So first question, does anyone know what the fish in this photo is? Anyone want to guess? Oh, over here, okay. Okay, over here, the one closest to me. Yes, Donna. Yes, that's a Nassau grouper, so he gets a prize. Thank you. That's correct. And can anyone tell me when Nassau grouper close season is? Who knows? Who knows when is the Nassau grouper close season? Oh, over here?
It's December 1st, April. Hold on.
December 1st to you want to give up, or are you gonna try again? Try that last thing again. To March what? You're right. You're on the right track. No. Okay. December 1st to. Yeah, this year, February 28th, but it's from the beginning of December. Yeah, you sold two of them, could get one. So it's from the beginning of December to the end of February. So whether that's the 27th or the 28th, it'll depend. But yes. All right. So the Young Reporters for the Environment program. Does anyone remember what? Sorry, is a leadership program for youth, and it's for all students between the ages of 11 to 25. Living in the Bahamas. So the Young Reporters for the Environment may sound like a bit much, right? It sounds like very technical. It sounds like it's probably for students who are only interested in biology or journalism, but it's not. It's for all students who are interested and passionate about the marine environment and want to use their voices to make a change. Yeah, so does anyone remember what YRE stands for? YRE stands for? Now, if y'all don't get this, something wrong. Why nobody raising their hand? Okay, over here. Yeah, so he gets over here. Yes, Young Report. It's right there. Okay. Yeah. So this means that. So this is a student-led program for everyone. So that means if your school doesn't have a Young Reporters for the Environment Club, you can start one, and you can just get a teacher who wants to, who doesn't mind overseeing everything, but it is a student-led initiative. And it also goes hand in hand with our Eco Schools program. Any Eco Schools in here, or registered Eco Schools? Catherine? Yes, okay, yeah. So the Eco School program, so that's great as well. And yeah. So we ask you, so in this program, we ask you what your thoughts are about environmental issues that you care about. right? So things that you feel passionately about. It's not about us telling you what to write. Like when you do an essay for school and they say, write on this. You come up with your own topic based on what you think is important or what you are interested in, and then you send it to us, right? So yes, Wiry is all about you. It is a challenge, but it's a challenge between you and yourself. This is about you pushing yourself to be a better leader, to develop your develop your leadership skills, to increase your environmental knowledge, and to develop your critical thinking skills as well, right? So you're pushing yourself to be better, and we're not looking for students who are necessarily at the top of their class or get a certain GPA or as a prefect or whatever. You could be from in no club at all. You could have, I'm not advocating for this, but you could have the lowest GPA. We can shame you. Like just make sure that it's something that you care about, and then we're interested in you being involved and a part of this program. Okay, so yes. So this student in this photo here is Caitlin Mathurin. She is from Hillcrest Academy. And Hillcrest Academy is a very interesting school. Their Ecos Club last year, it was year before last. So these individuals decided that they wanted to build a propane gas plant across the road from the school. And the students and the community and the church was just like, no, we don't want that to happen. And they were protesting it. And so the Eco Club, this is the Eco Club here, the Eco Club led by Caitlin Mathurin, they decided they were going to come together with their teachers, their parents, the community, and they wrote a letter to town planning. And they went to town planning and they presented the letter saying why it was not environmentally sound or even healthy for these individuals to build a propane plant across the road from their school. And town planning was so impressed and informed now that they knew all the risks and the issues with the plant being built, the propane facility being built there, they denied the propane facility from being built there. So the Eco Club was very successful in voicing their concerns about this environmental issue that was happening at their school. And these are primary school students. And they were able to make that change because that was something they felt passionate about, that they knew was going to impact them. And that is the type of activity and action that we want to cultivate in young people, to raise your voice about the things that you feel is important and that affect you. Okay, so shifting gears a little bit, I'm going to talk to you about the YRE competition. So every year we have a Young Reporters for the Environment national competition, and you don't have to worry too much about jotting all these things down, because I have given your teachers folders with all of this information. And if you want additional information personally, you can come to me afterwards and I can give you an extra flyer or pamphlet with more information in it. But does anyone remember what BRIEF stands for? Just want to give out another pad. BRIEF. Yeah, BRIEF. Anybody remembers what BRIEF stands for? Come on, guys. Okay, over here. Bahamas what environment education? Yeah. Yes, Bahamas Reef Environment Educational Foundation. We love the coral reefs. They are the first line of defense in strong storms and hurricanes. Can I get a wristband over here for the lady in the center? And okay, yeah. So the Bahamas Reef Environment Educational Foundation. So this is basically what the competition is all about in a nutshell. And I'm going to tell you about it, and you don't need to be an eco school or have a YRE club already in your school to participate. You could just enter the competition as you are, right? You just have to be a student between the ages 11 and 25. That's it, and living in the Bahamas, right? And so this year's theme is ecosystem restoration, and the deadline is April 7th. So you guys have a lot of time if you're thinking about entering this competition, and I'm going to give you a good reason why you should be thinking about entering this competition in a moment. But yeah, you can choose whether you want to do a photo, a video, a essay, or a podcast about any one of these topics right here. And here are the benefits. The benefits will be you will get to improve your writing, video, photography, and podcasting skills. Community service hours are awarded. You could get up to 4 community service hours for participating, just participating. So if you send us an entry, we'll give you 4 hours of community service off the bat. And you get a chance to win a grand prize and prizes for your school / club. And there's a chance to win cool brief merchandise, which we're always happy to give out. And also national recognition for winners. So the winners will be featured in, every year we do this, and the winners are featured in the newspaper, TV, or the radio. So it's very good for your public image, all of our influencers, or soon to be, want to be influencers. That's very good for you. And it also looks good on your resume as well. All senior students getting ready to build up your resume and say, you know, all these organizations that you work with, volunteer with, are affiliated with. And then also the winning entries are forwarded to the international competition in Denmark. So here are the prizes for this year's competition. And yes, that is an iPad mini, underwater camera, and a gift certificate from the Sports Center. And we don't just have first place gets everything. We have a lot of prizes for students. So you may not come first, second, third, whatever, but you can still get a prize. And the school with the most entries the Eco Club will get a prize for their Eco Club as a whole. Okay, and okay, here we go. The first step is to register. So you saw a QR code on all these things I was showing you. They all take you to the same place. So your teachers have these. Your teachers, I'll also send your teachers an email so they can email you all this information with all of these. And they can also send you the links to where to register as well. So all of these take you to the same place. It's very simple. It's not difficult at all, but the information will be on the site when you scan the QR code or when you go click on the link. So the theme is ecosystem restoration. Step 1 is to select a topic, right? So it's under one of these options right here: marine pollution, climate change, or loss of biodiversity. You learned about these today, didn't you? You talked a little bit about some of these today. Yeah, and there's more information in that folder that I gave your teachers too, that may be able to give you some ideas, right? And step 2 is you do a photo. So the photo must be a photo that you took yourself and a 150-word caption. That doesn't sound difficult, does it? So it's a photo about an issue that you feel is compelling, that you want to talk about. So you could go in a mangrove, you could go on the beach, take pictures. Students in the past have taken pictures of marine pollution. They've taken pictures of cruise ships with a bunch of smoke coming out of it. So these environmental issues that you probably would have investigated today in your groups, you take a picture that's similar to that and then write a 150-word caption with a title of the photo, and that's it, right? That's your entry there, and email it to us. The video is a 3-minute video, and it could be like a news report, or it could be a PSA. Everybody know what a PSA is? A public service announcement, right? Yeah, so kind of like a commercial. Like you ever saw like the Feed the Children commercial, or the, not that sad, but like the animal, like in the arms of an angel, you know, like those like, you know, the sad or whatever. So something like have you, raising awareness about an important issue. Then the essay is a 1,000-word essay, which is not hard, 1,000 words. It's like 2 or 3 pages, right? And the podcast is a 5-minute podcast, and that's just audio. So we don't need to see you. You could just send us audio for 5 minutes talking about an environmental issue that you feel is important that's related to any one of these things. The theme is ecosystem restoration, though. So does anyone know what an ecosystem is? Ecosystem? Did you talk about that today? Yes. Yes. Okay, so ecosystem, yes, you can. Right, so an ecosystem could be a terrain, but an ecosystem is, you have another answer? What do you think is ecosystem? Don't be shy, tell me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, yeah. So that's pretty much what an ecosystem is. And so, what are some examples of ecosystems in the Bahamas? Let me say a ecosystem because so in this competition we don't want to. Okay, here we go. A mangrove. So a mangrove wetland, not a swamp. A mangrove wetland is an ecosystem, a local ecosystem you'll find in the Bahamas. What else? Coral reefs. Coral reefs are the rainforests of the sea, right? So they are ecosystems over here, all the way over here. Thank you, Renard. And what else? Any other ones? Pardon? Pelagic waters. Yeah, pretty much. That's a good one. I didn't think about that. That's, yeah. Pelagic water, so yeah, he has one already. Yeah, okay. Barrier reef. Well, that's a reef. Yeah. So coral reef. So a barrier reef is a type of coral reef. So yeah. Sandy shores, rocky shores, seagrass beds. You know what seagrass is? Like in the shallow waters, you see all that green, like slimy grass-looking thing. That's seagrass beds. And like pine forests, right? That's another example of so it has to be local. So when you think about your topic and you go to write your story, I don't want to hear about no polar bears, no rivers, no things that don't have anything to do with the Bahamas. And you can also focus on a marine organism. It doesn't have to just be an ecosystem. It could be the relationship between a marine organism or something in the environment. So if you want to write about turtles and how pollution impacts turtles that live in seagrass beds, right? It could be anything like that, what you care about or you feel passionate about that you want to talk about. So it's up to you. We're asking you to tell us what you think, and we're giving you a prize for it. Like that's not bad. It's not bad, right? Okay, so once you're finished doing that, you tell your story. That's the next step. You make sure that your entry sheds light on a local issue. Like I said, it has to be related to the Bahamas. And depending on the category, because the instructions are all there online, you want to connect it to a global issue, global context, and ensure that the information is factual, so no fake news, relevant, and current, right? And you make sure that you're citing organizations and websites that are credible, right? No speak of Bahamas News, but none of this type of stuff, right? Okay. And then after that, that's the easy part. You just email your entry to brief@brief.org or crystal@brief.org. Okay, so follow us on social media. Those who are old enough, everybody here are old enough to be on social media, right? Yeah, so just follow us on social media at Brief242. We have so much more things that we do at Brief. It's not just this competition, right? But we do have a workshop coming up. We had our writing and podcasting workshop already. We had our photo workshop already. But we have our video workshop coming up next, and that's on February 8th, Saturday. So you can meet us at Delaport Beach, where we will be exploring the rocky shore and the beach and talking to you about how you can prepare your video entry if you're interested in doing a video entry for the Young Reporters of the Environment, competition. And space is limited. So you can go on our website, or if you have your phone, you can scan there and save the link to register to be a part of that workshop. And it's for students between age 11 to 25, so they don't have to be going to your school or in this room at all. It could be your family, your friends, anybody who's the same age as you with similar interests. If you want to come out, you can come out and be a part of this workshop to learn more. So these are the other initiatives and programs that Brief does. We have our field trips, and our field trip block opens like in the next 2 weeks. For our field trips, we usually do. Anybody ever been on a Brief field trip before? Yeah. So which one did you go on?
The mangroves. I think that was a book.
Yeah, the mangrove walk. Yeah. So there are mangrove walks. There are snorkels. There are rocky shore walks. And And then we also come to do class presentations as well to your school. So teachers, feel free to reach out to me or to brief and the general brief email and just ask about planning a field trip or a presentation to your class. If you want to learn more about YRE, then I can also come to your class and we can go through it in a little bit more detail. We also have the BEST internship, which is for 12th grade. We have any 12th graders in here? Okay, good. So the BEST flyer is in that folder that I gave your teacher, and I also have some extra flyers for those who are interested in checking it out. But it's for senior students who want to take a gap year between high school and college, and it includes a 100-day semester at the Island School in Cape Eleuthera. I don't know, have you heard about the Island School before? Yeah. So that includes, so just apply. We have 4 slots available every single year, and we don't have enough students applying who complete their applications. So please look into it. Come to me afterwards. I'll give you more information on it. It is a great program. You get so much exposure. You get to travel to different islands. You get to go, job experience and work experience, which is really hard for somebody who, before they get into the field. And you build connections, you network, and you get a lot of experience. So it is very highly recommended. Eco Schools is another program. Any teachers or students who want to start an Eco School club in their school and they don't have one, feel free to reach out to me, and I'll give you more information on that. Public snorkels, you do not have to know how to swim. If you are comfortable in the water, feel free, or you want to get comfortable in the water, feel free to come out to our public snorkels when we have them. We have them several times throughout the year. Usually we do one on Earth Day, World Oceans Day, but follow us on social media so you can see when we're having these events, because we promote them all over, right? And then there's also Extreme Hangout, which is coming up for select schools, but we also have like an opening for students who the schools may not have been formally invited to attend our Extreme Hangout. Catherine came to Extreme Hangout last year. Are these the students or it was another set of students? Yeah, so it's a great networking opportunity where students have discussions. We are having a public snorkel for our Extreme Hangout this year too. It's a 2-day student workshop. And it's really, really awesome. So I encourage you to learn more about these brief initiatives. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you so much. This is how you can get in touch with me. Please, if you want to learn more about the Young Reporters for the Environment, if you don't know where to start and you just have a faint idea and you want to enter and participate in the competition, call me, message me. You could literally reach out to me on Facebook if you go on the brief website, because I do communications. I will get your message. Message me on Facebook, Instagram. We don't have Twitter anymore. And call me and email me at Crystal, Crystal, just like in the dictionary, crystal@brief.org, and I will help you with anything that you need help with.